Alright guys, what is going on? This is Jamie and today I'm bringing you guys a gameplay which is an 18-7 and an AN-94. Not the best gameplay in the world, but nevertheless it's a good gameplay considering we're on Hydro and it's pretty much a map where you spawn in the same place like all the time. But I don't tend to spawn kill on this, so don't judge me on that. I don't spawn kill. I'm running left and right and killing people like that. I'm not sitting in a spawn behind a pillow or anything and just waiting for the enemy to spawn and then kill, because I don't do that. These guys try to snipe, so the other team was trying to snipe. I know it happens a lot. I mean, loads of people are sniping lately. It's unreal. They are still sniping from today. I think it's because they've been inspired or something from a lot of people doing YouTube or whatever now. So I think that's why they're doing it, creating their own YouTube channel, uploading their own montage, which is fair enough. They have right to, but it's annoying for some people in an extent where you're constantly getting sniped. But anyway, guys, I don't really want to talk much about the gameplay anymore. What I want to talk about is the marathon bombings. If you guys don't know, about a couple of weeks ago now, it was a story that hit around the world because there was a marathon on and people got bombed, basically. 3 people ended up dying at the end of the marathon, and I was pretty much scared because what happened was 2 guys. They found these 2 guys, and they were at the ages of 19 and I think 26, 27, and they were brothers. And they went out probably, normal day. No one expected anything to happen, and then all of a sudden, 2 guys just blow up the marathon at the end, and I was like, I couldn't imagine being in that situation. I know we're in England and there's not much riots and stuff going off, violence or whatever. I know there's the odd violence. You turn on the news and there's near enough someone who dies every day. From whether it be a stabbing, a gunshot, or whatever. It's just around the world, every time we turn the TV on, there's always bad news. That's why I don't tend to watch news. But I was pretty interested in this topic, not necessarily because it was bombing. I was just interested because they found one of the guys, and normally what happens is they escape. So it came to about, I think it was Friday night. It was weeks ago, guys. But Friday night in America, at about 10 o'clock, and I was asleep. It was Saturday in England because I'm from England, as you guys know, the United Kingdom. I didn't want you guys to get mixed up with New England. For some reason, you guys think I'm Australian, but whatever. This guy was shot dead, should I say. He was shot in the early hours of England, and 10 o'clock at night, something like that, because what they did, they robbed a store and they were in a car together, and they had a 10-minute shootout. And while that were happening, one of the guys got interviewed because obviously one of these guys was shooting at the police, and then the bullet somehow went through his wall and then through his chair. And I'm like, dude, this guy could have died because he was probably an average person who, average person who just sat on his computer. He said he sat on his computer, and he was just literally, he was so close to death. It was unreal. He was so lucky that he wasn't sat in his chair at the time, because I believe it came up to his neck, chest level, where the bullet went through. It literally went through his calendar on his wall and then through the chair. But while that was happening, eventually one police officer died as well, and also one of the guys died who carried out the attack on the marathon bombings. And then after that, I believe he ran away. One of those ran away, and Boston, the next 24 hours was on lockdown because they was looking for this guy, this other guy that ran away. And I was pretty much putting myself in their Boston's position. People who, average people who get on with their lives day to day, and the police telling them to get into their house, not go to work because there's a bomber on the loose. Imagine that though, guys. Yeah, so you guys are just average guys. You're enjoying your life. Something happens like that, and then you get told to stay in your house because there's like a bomber 5 minutes away. How fucking scared would you be? I mean, in my situation, I'd be shitting it. I don't know how people could possibly sleep at night because of this guy who's on the loose. Luckily, like throughout the day, I mean, there were SWAT teams everywhere. I was looking on the news, and it was mad. It was, you know, it was freaking mad. It was just SWAT teams everywhere, police everywhere on lockdown. It was like a ghost town. But it's like my city being on a ghost town. But I think if you put it in lockdown, then obviously the guy's going to hide and not going to come out until it's back. Because they didn't put it on lockdown. Well, they did put it on lockdown, but then they took it off lockdown, so everyone got on with their normal lives because they didn't think they were in that area anymore. But eventually, as soon as it got took off a lockdown, this guy went out into his back garden, and he was in the boat. He was literally in the boat, and this guy, he found out that he was in the boat because there was blood down the side of the boat. And it was ridiculous. Imagine though, guys, a bomber just in your back garden or something. This guy rushed back in and called the police, and then I think it was something like St. Franklin Street or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've researched this a lot, and I was just thinking, I just thought I'd do this topic because I wanted to get it out of there. I didn't want to go into it too much because I didn't want to cause any hatred between any of you guys, because you guys are amazing for watching me to this point, but it just makes you think how lucky some of those guys are. I mean, anything can happen, so, you know, you have to enjoy life to the best you can. I know I'm like a YouTuber and I just like do commentaries. I go out now and again with my friends now, but I wasn't very confident and stuff, and I told you that, guys, in my other commentary. So if you want any tips on confidence or anything, just watch that. But I hope you guys, you know, like kind of understand that the situation is, if seriously, anything can happen. I mean, these guys, obviously, this other guy got caught because when he came out, the police came to him, and he was literally shooting at him for, I think it was like an hour shooting, and he had like 2 bombs strapped to him apparently, but he was in the back of a boat. They eventually caught him, and then I don't particularly know what happened after that, so if you guys know any more about this, you know, whether, I don't know, I don't really want to go into it that much, but if you know anything about it, please leave comments down below. I really do appreciate you guys listening to this commentary. I know it's been a serious topic. I will start talking a bit more about, you know, serious topics rather than gameplay wise, because I think you guys are a lot more interested in that and rather than in my life and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'd like to know your opinions on it, so leave comment suggestions as well as a like, guys. That really does help. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much for listening, and yeah, thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.